Hello, 21 Day Fixers. It's Kit here, and welcome to the group. The purpose of this video is to give you some hints and some tips for getting started, and to also talk to you a little bit about how this group works, how we can all get the most out of this group. So first off, you should have gotten your box by now. If you didn't and you're in the group, that's okay. We're going to keep this going, and you can just jump in as soon as you start your 21-day fix. So first off, in your box, you've got a little book that looks like this with a cute picture of Autumn Calabrese on the front. The first thing that I suggest you do is you read through this book. This book is going to do a number of things. It's going to tell you what each one of these containers means. In other words, what type of food you put in each container. It's also going to give you some great recipes. It's going to tell you what to do if you have to go out to dinner or you have an event, and how you can still stay on your 21-day fix. And it also gives you some great Shakeology recipes in here. So that's the first thing you should do. Step number 2 is go shopping. So this is about clean eating for the next 21 days. So no processed foods, no more potato chips, no more sweets. I mean, we're really trying to clean up our act. You are allowed one treat a week. It's suggested in this book, by the way. But it's really about cleaning up your act. So try to get all the stuff that you're tempted to eat that you know is not good for you out of the house, and fill it with good, clean, whole foods. So a little bit about these containers. When you open up the box, you may have thought they're sort of small. But quite honestly, you know, I am actually on the taping of this video, I am on day 16. And what I've learned is you can sort of chop things up small and stuff it in there as much as you can. I'm not joking around, honestly. For the most part, you'll read this in the book, but, you know, green is your veggies, purple is your fruits, yellow is your complex carbs, quinoa, brown rice, that type of thing. This also is the container for liquids that aren't water. For example, you know, I put unsweetened vanilla almond milk sometimes in my Shakeology. So this is sort of, if you did 10 ounces of that, that's considered one of these. Red is your protein. This little orange one is things like, you know, seeds and certain kinds of nuts. And then blue is other kind of nuts and certain dairy products. Now, they give you lists of things, and what's important to know that in the book, the foods that are listed from the most healthy to the least healthy. It's not to say that they're not healthy at all, but they're listed in that order. So, for example, you know, for yellow, things like quinoa and brown rice are at the top of the list. A waffle, you know, an Eggo waffle's at the bottom. You know, you can see, can you still have it? Yeah, but you're not getting as much nutrition that way. So a couple learning lessons just for you that I will tell you. In the beginning of the book, it's going to give you a little formula to calculate how many of these containers you get to fill up in a day. Now, if you are exercising daily, which you should with the fix, or you work out pretty hard, and if you're someone like me, I don't have a lot of weight to lose. I didn't want to lose a lot of weight. I fell in the lowest category in terms of the amount of containers I could get in a day. If you are finding that you're starving, the first thing that you should do is you should make sure you're drinking water throughout the day. So I highly recommend that minimally you drink half your body weight in ounces of water a day. So for someone like me, you know, I started at, you know, 130. I'm back down to 125 now. I should have about 64 ounces of water today. So what I try to do is I either fill up my water bottle, or I try to have 4 16-ounce bottles of water a day. That's my goal. And oftentimes you might think you're hungry, but your body's really dehydrated. And oh, by the way, it's not a bad thing to feel a little hungry. You know, your body is changing. It's learning how to eat differently. It's learning how to eat different foods, and it's learning how to eat a little bit of less foods. That's how you're going to lose weight. If you're to the point where you're going to pass out, or you have a massive headache, you know, don't try to fight through that. Try to continue to drink water. And what I would say is maybe allow yourself another red or another green, another protein or another vegetable. Don't fill that void with this container. Your temptation is going to be, to have, something bad like goldfish or rice chips or something like that, maybe if that's the type of thing you crave, or to have something sweet. The idea of this is to fill that void with a healthy replacement. So that's my advice to you. The other big part of this is exercise. So included in this little packet are your DVDs. Boop, there they are. These workouts are great. They're easy to follow. There's great variety. You are going to work out every day for 21 days on this program, but what she does is she gives you 3 recovery type workouts. So they're not intense every single day. There's going to be a yoga workout one day, there's going to be a Pilates workout another day, and those are more recovery workouts, and they're important. It's also really important to do the workouts in the order that she suggests, and that is located in this little handy tool. So right in this, it says the 21-day fix start here. The very first thing that you should do before you start is take your photographs. So have someone, you're standing behind a white space, take a picture of you with your hands on your hips, front and back minimally. Take measurements around your arms, take measurements around your quads, your waist, your hips, and your bust, your chest area. And record those. That's really important to do on day 1. And there's a little tool to write that down in here. And then in here is your workout plan. So on the first day, you're going to do the total body cardio fix. On the second day, you're going to do the upper fix, lower fix, so on and so forth. And they're only a half hour, so no excuses on that. Now, the third most critical element, we've talked about the food, we've talked about the fitness, is accountability. And that's what this group is all about. I lead these groups all the time, and many of you may have been involved in one of my groups before, and now you're in this one. And the power of staying on track, staying consistent, staying motivated is checking in with this group. So I'm going to require that you check in at least once a day. I don't want you to be married to Facebook, but I want you to check in once a day. I want you to tell us the workout you did, and most important, I want you to tell us how your eating was. Please message me if you have any questions. If you're struggling with anything, tap into this group for that help, and certainly tap into me because I have experience now doing this, and I can speak from my own personal experience doing the program. But don't just be one of the people that checks into the group and reads posts and doesn't post yourself. We need everybody to be engaged so we can really help one another. And if you can, provide some words of motivation and support to everyone involved in this group. Because that's the way we'll stay on track, and that's the way we'll make it through the 21 days, rocking and successful. All right, I am so excited to do this with you, and I'm excited to hear from you, and I will be checking in as often as I can as well. If you post a question, my commitment to you is to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours to answer that question, and if it's something urgent, you can feel free to text me as well to my cell phone, which I'll post in the group. All right, everyone. Looking forward to doing this with you, and let's rock it. Have a great day.